Yeah, good morning students. Welcome back to economics class. So in my previous classes, so let me brief once again what exactly I explained in this chapter. Okay, because this is the last session or last class for this chapter. Okay, so in this chapter is nothing but economic reforms since 1991. So from 1991, what are the reforms or changes implemented in this economy or in India? So that we try to understand. Okay, so due to this economic reforms, which was implemented in the year 1991, okay, July 24th, there are lot of changes have happened. Okay, so the main features of this economic reforms are LPG liberalization, privatization, and globalization. So I explained how liberalization has affected industry, financial sector. Okay, okay, financial sector reforms. You try to understand. Then how that reform affected industrial sector. Okay, industrial sector reforms. Then how it is connected with the trade and investment sector. So which are the reforms with respect to trade and investment sectors, and also how it has brought changes with respect to taxation, import and export, okay, rules and regulations. And finally I gave some information about agriculture sector also, how liberalization has affected on agriculture sector. Okay, so that is going to be explained today once again. Okay, so this is about liberalization. Then what exactly mean by privatization? That also we understand it's nothing but sale of, okay, transfer of ownership from public sector enterprises to private sector. Okay, so there it is involved disinvestment, so that also we understand. So it is nothing but a sale of part of equities of public sector enterprises to private sector. So that is disinvestment, which you understand under privatization. And finally globalization nothing but it explains you inter, okay, connection of all internet markets, local market and international market. So there is no difference between international market and internal or local market. So all are unified today. So globalization is nothing but unification of markets, production, technology, etc., etc. So today we are finding foreign goods in the Indian market. That is the effect of globalization. So another important result of globalization that also we try to understand in our previous classes, that is outsourcing. Okay, outsourcing is the process which is mainly implemented by developed countries in the developing countries. So why they are implementing? So they are trying to get it done their work through BPOs or call centers. So they, by establishing BPOs or call centers in the underdeveloped countries or developing countries, so they are trying to exploit the work by paying less salaries. So that is through outsourcing. So today India is also globally identified as a outsourcing unit. Sorry, outsourcing country. Okay, so you can find many BPOs, business process outsourcing, and also call centers. Okay, so which is also known as call center. So that's about globalization. Okay, so LPG liberalization, privatization, globalizations, which we already discussed in our previous classes and in my last class. Okay, so in one class I explained about objectives of trade policies. Okay, so which are the main objectives of trade policies? Okay, then I explained about the WTO, World Trade Organizations, how this GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariffs, which was implemented in the year, or which was started as an agreement in the year 1948, and this GATT has replaced as a WTO, World Trade Organization, in the year 1995. So this is about my previous class and complete chapter. Okay, so I briefed about complete chapter now. Okay, so now we are going to concentrate on the last topic. So again, it is the repetition again with respect to agriculture sector. So we need to concentrate on the effects of reforms on agriculture sector. Okay. So which are the effects of reforms? Effects of reforms on agricultural sector or agriculture. Okay, so due to reforms, different sectors of the economy like financial sector, industrial sector, okay, trade sector, important export, investment sector, okay, FDI, foreign direct investment, and other few government administration, okay, all these are gained lot. There are a lot of changes that happened with respect to all these sectors. Likewise, there are some changes happened with respect to agricultural sector also. But positive benefits are less. There are more negatives, nothing but it is negatively affected on the sector. So due to reforms. So what are the main negative effects? So that we are going to concentrate today. Okay. So let me start. See, reforms are not benefited much for agriculture sector. So it is unable to provide benefits for the agriculture sector. And especially it has affected very badly or adversely, negatively to the agricultural sector. Okay. So let me concentrate which are the adverse effects. Adverse effects. Okay. So not positive effects, adverse effects or negative effects on agricultural sector. First one is the public investment on agriculture sector and subsidies for agricultural sector reduced during this reform. Okay. So very important thing is investment on agriculture sector. Investment has reduced on agriculture sector, and also subsidies which are provided by the government to the agriculture sector are farmers. Okay, let us simplify. Farmers directly, okay, for our agricultural activities. See, the investment by the government in agriculture sector or agricultural activities has reduced after reforms, and also the subsidies what are provided for the agricultural activities that are also reduced after 1991 or after the reforms. See, that is one negative effect which has demotivated the agricultural activities. Then the second important thing is Indian farmers. So they were forced to. Farmers are forced to face international competition. So first of all, Indian agriculture, it is nothing but gambling with the nature. Okay, so here monsoon. With monsoon, the playing is going on. We don't know when rain comes and which year you may get good crop, you may not. Okay, we don't know so exactly, because agricultural activity is a seasonal activity where it depends on the season. So if this year rain comes on time, so there may be some activities go smoothly, and at the time of harvesting time, if rain heavily comes, so whatever grown, that crop will not be benefiting for the farmer. Okay, so such kind of situations are there. So in this situation, okay, when foreign goods are allowed here, foreign agricultural goods, you can see in all the malls, okay, foreign apple, foreign popcorn, different goods are coming, okay. So when this is the situation, whatever any food items if they grow here in the in our country, so that is not getting good demand. So our people are more attracted with the foreign food items or foreign goods. Okay, so because of that, Indian farmer is unable to sell his products at good price. So he is forced to face the international competition. So that is negatively affecting very badly for the Indian farmers. Okay, so this is another adverse effect due to reforms. Then the cost of production also has increased. So since subsidies are reduced, okay, subsidies, the result of reducing the subsidies, so it has increased the cost of production. The cost of production in the agricultural activities has increased since the support by the government for the agriculture sector has reduced after 1991 or after reforms, and the subsidies also reduced for the agricultural activities. Because of this, the farmer, the cost of production of the food items or food agricultural items or activities, so for this the cost has increased. So that is also affected very badly for the small and marginal farmers. So for small and marginal farmers, middle class, what we call. So farmers are affected very badly. Okay. So when the cost of production has increased, so it is affecting on the small and marginal farmers. So they are finding taking up this agricultural activity is a loss. So because of that reason only, why today you can observe so many agricultural activities are not going only. Why they are not there? They are finding it is no use. See, when you are invested 10,000, if you are getting at least 15,000, they can think of it to continue. Understand? 12,000 or 15,000, if they are return getting, then they may get interest. So they are investing 10,000 and they are unable to get that 10,000 back. So they should fight day and night. Means who will continue that activity? Such kind of situation has arisen today. That's why we are not able to find people or farmers who are conducting more agricultural activities in the village side. Many people from the rural side, they are migrated to the urban area to find the job. The reason is agriculture has become it's an activity of loss, okay, where they are unable to find the proper profit. Okay, so because of that, small and marginal farmers are affected a lot after reforms. Hope you are understanding. Then it has reduced, okay, reduction of import duties. So that is also another important point. So reduction of import duties on agricultural product. Okay, on agricultural items has increased the competition actually. Okay, so why foreign agricultural goods or foreign agricultural output is here? Because import duties are reduced due to this, okay, WTO agreement or liberalization. So duties are reduced. So they are exporting their agricultural output to the India. So we can find in our local markets also foreign items over here, foreign fruits or foreign agricultural cereals or outputs we can able to find. So when that goods are available in the our market, there will be a lot of competition, which affecting on our farmers very badly. Okay, so this is also another important point. And finally, um, there is no supportive prices by the government. So due to this reforms, removal of supportive price for agricultural products by the government. Okay, by the government. So of course today for some product they are trying to maintain some minimum price, but that is also it is only for few products, not for all. So in this case what happens, other products production, or the one who is producing other products, he may not able to get a minimum supportive price. So that is going to affect on the farmers. So that is what happening. So removal of supportive prices by the government for agricultural products, that has affected agricultural activities of farmers in the Indian economy. So these are the negative effects, okay, especially with respect to agricultural sector. So let me repeat once again. So the investment by the government in agriculture sector has reduced, and also the subsidies, okay, the subsidies by the government, that also reduced by the government. And agricultural and our farmers are forced to face the international competition. So foreign goods are came, and so they are forced to face the competition in our market. Then reduction of subsidies has increased the cost of production in the agricultural activities, so which has affected very badly to our small and marginal farmers. Then decrease in the import duties also increased the inward foreign goods, and due to that the competition has increased in the Indian agricultural market. Then finally, the removal of supportive price for the agricultural products, that is also affected the farmers. So they are unable to find a proper price for their output. Okay, so these are all the negative effects or adverse effects on the agricultural sector due to reforms. Okay, so from 1991. Okay, hope you are clear about all the points or all the topics which I explained in this chapter. Any doubts with respect to any topic in this chapter, you can ask and clarify your doubts. Okay, thank you all.